What's up, YouTube? I'm Josh, and this is Beard Meets Flavor. Today, we're gonna make some game day steak sheet pan nachos. Super simple, super delicious, and perfect while you're watching the game on Sunday. We'll show you how it happens. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our beef loin flap meat and we're going to marinate it. So we're going to create a marinade first off. So we're going to use the blender here. I've got some onions from the salsa episode, bonus episode, which we just shot. So I'm going to take 1/2 on a large white onion. Get rid of the Husqvarna here. And then I'm just going to cut off the top nubbin here. And go about there. I'm going to wait because I want to throw in, oops, 1 jalapeno, chop it up. Where are you guys going? Take it easy. And then I'm going to use the cilantro. Cilantro stems from our salsa video. All right. That's about it. All right. So now I'm going to take our onions, our jalapenos, our cilantro stems. We're marinating, so I'm going to use a little bit of extra salt. Okay. There we go. Some fresh cracked pepper. We like pepper. Get that in there. A few squirts of lime juice rather. Secret ingredient, some soy sauce. It's gonna add a little salt, a little umami, and some olive oil, right? A few glugs of that bad boy. And I'm gonna blend this off camera because it's obnoxious. All right, so we got the marinade blended. I did add a little cumin, a little bit of chili powder, and obviously salt and pepper to the marinade. I'm gonna take this flat meat. So it's basically like flank steak, super simple, very thin, good, fiber to it. So I'm going to put all of this in this bag, this bad boy, and I'm making extra because I'm doing a cook this weekend. So I'm going to use this steak for that cook. So we're going to make some extra, but I'll show you how to use it for what we got going on today. All right, so got your steak. Sorry for the dirty dishes. We just did another video, which I'm sure you guys watched. Making salsa, which is going to come into play in this video. And all right, so here we go. We're going to take this marinade. If you can smell it, it's amazing. And we're just going to pour it right in there. Okay? All right, so we're going to leave this. You can leave this 4 hours, 8 hours, overnight, whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and seal it so we don't lose anything. And then I'm just going to kind of mash it around get that flat meat all nice and moistened. Okay, here we go. Then I'm gonna just kind of, once I feel like it's good and moistened, I'm gonna squeeze out as much of the air as possible, seal it, and it'll go in the fridge like this. I'll kind of screw with it every now and again, just kind of make sure that, you know, all the meat has contact with this green goodness. I was smart enough this time to pre-marinate some meat, so we'll bring that meat out. I'll show you how to cook it. I'll show you how to build some game day sheet tray nachos, and we'll enjoy. We'll come right back. Okay, so we got the cast iron heated up, a little bit of olive oil. You can cook this on a grill, you can put it in the smoker, you can do it on the cast iron, whatever you want. I want to get a nice crust. Oh, it's not ready. But go ahead and take a look at this. So here's the meat, right? Look at that. It's got that good cilantro, jalapeno, everything you'd want in a meal. All right, let's see how we do now. Okay. There you go. Get that down in there. I'd like it to be a little bit hotter, but we were screwed up. When you put meat into a hot pan or on a hot fire or whatever the case is, you're gonna create a crust, that Maillard reaction. Google that. But that's gonna give you a little bit extra flavor because it's gonna caramelize the outside. It's gonna be delicious. We're gonna cook this probably, because it's super thin, minute to 2 minutes per side, very quick. Then we're gonna come back, we're gonna chop it up, we're gonna build our nachos, and we're gonna eat some food. Welcome back, YouTube. Let's make this thing happen. All right, so we've gone ahead. My wife hates it when I do that because then it shows her cabinets, but don't tell her, even though she's filming, no big deal. So we got the steak cooked about 2 minutes per side. We've got, I want to kind of maintain a nice medium rare, so you can hear that sizzle, right? So we're going to pull that off, because I want it to rest, so we don't lose all the juice. When you rest things, oh, look at that schmeat, steamy schmeat. When you rest things, it's tin foil. All right, kind of create. You don't want it like actually touching the schmeat, but you know, just create like a little tent. Send the meat on a camping trip. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna take this thing, make it happen. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of tin foil. Anytime you're using a sheet tray, this is my favorite thing to do because then it's super easy. I don't have to scrub a pan. I can just peel off the old tin foil, call it a day. I'm going to dump just a touch of olive oil, like maybe half a tablespoon on there. Get a paper towel and just smear. This way all your melty, gooey cheese will come right off. And you're good to go. All right, so Tostitos, scoops. This is where you need to be. They got that bowl shape. They'll capture all the cheese. Clearly we've been doing some snacking. All right. Look at that. Oven's up to temp, as you can hear. 350 degree oven. You can broil these, but I feel like if you broil them, the cheese kind of burns before it melts. So I like to just do a nice 350-degree oven. Right? Here we go. Chips. That's what we're doing. Okay? Now, got the chips. Check this out. That's Oaxaca cheese. I think we talked about this before. It's like a Mexican mozzarella kind of. It's absolutely amazing. So we're going to use some of the Oaxaca on here. All right, so I'm going to grate some of this Oaxaca cheese. We're not doing like a big party or anything, so I'm going to keep it kind of simple. We're just doing kind of one layer. You can go wild with these things, layer up the chips, layer up the cheese, but that's what you want to do. You want to do kind of like one, good base layer, chips, cheese, meat, chips, cheese, Don't do a bunch of layers of chips and then just shit on top, because then you get stuck with these bald ass chips. Nobody wants that. Okay, so here's our Oaxaca cheese. Let's just give you a little something here. Now, if you've not had Oaxaca cheese, it's so good. It's got like a nice saltiness, very reminiscent of like mozzarella string cheese, but it's got like a good tooth to it. It's excellent. If you haven't tried Oaxaca, get out there, broaden your cheese horizons. All right, so here we are. I'm just gonna, cover the chips with cheese, because we're making sheet pan nachos, so we can sit down and watch the game. Use as much cheese as you want. I want to see a good even coating on the top there. We're using Mexican blend, because we're all about that cultural appropriation on game day. And all right, so now we got the the Oaxaca cheese. Grab another thing here. Our meat's been resting. Sorry about that. Here we go. So we're going to take our meat that's been resting, and you'll see how nice that looks. Now, with this stuff, because you want it to bite, you want to make sure you're cutting across the grain. So you can kind of see the meat grain is running this way. So, all right. Nice medium rare on the meat there. Okay. And then just same thing, just bite-sized pieces. Just kind of sprinkle this around. I would go medium rare on the meat, because you are going to put this in an oven and cook it further. All right, just got that nice and chopped up. Again, think about how people are eating this, so you don't want big, giant strips of steak. Just kind of want little niblets. Okay. Sprinkle a good amount on. I like a meaty nacho. I don't know about you guys. So same thing, we're just gonna chop up the rest of the steak. If it's not kids, if it's not dogs, it's smart appliances. Somebody's always making goddamn noise around this place. All right, so here we go. Okay, so we went down with like the standard kind of cheese first. I'm gonna sprinkle all the steak over here, And then we're gonna top it with that Oaxaca to kind of seal in that meat.
Take a shot every time he says Oaxaca.
Oaxaca, Oaxaca, Oaxaca. Okay. That's a meaty fucking nacho right there. That's the kind of nacho you want, your friends want when you're doing game day. There you go, okay? So, yes, kitchen's a mess. We've been cooking all day. Get over it. All right. Okay, so here's our base nacho. We're gonna take our Oaxaca, cover the top. Look at that. Okay. Now, add whatever you want. I like to add like a lot of the stuff kind of after, because I like not only like a difference in taste and texture, but I also dig like a difference in temperature. So we're gonna throw these in for about 15 minutes, let the cheese melt, let everything come together. We're gonna throw on some of our fresh made salsa, our fresh made guacamole, maybe some pickled jalapenos, and we're gonna grub. So we'll see you in a sec. There we go. Sheet tray nachos. Look at the meat. Like I said, we wanna kinda undercook the meat a little bit. We put this in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. So we wanted to kind of undercook the meat a little bit because it's going to continue to cook in the oven. But as you can see, the meat's cooked perfect. Cheese is melted perfect. Just like everything we do here on Beard Meats Flavor. Perfect. Ask him. He'll tell you. All right, so now we're going to... Dad, he's telling me I'm doing a great job. So we're bringing out some fresh made guac, fresh made pico de gallo, and some fresh made restaurant style salsa. Get a couple of spoons and come on now. All right, so we're just gonna kind of like this. We're gonna do the restaurant style salsa on half, right? Suck on me. All right, then we're gonna do some pico de gallo over here. He's very excited about the nachos. He gets none of them. But, you know, I think it's a support thing. He wants to make sure Mom and Dad know he's got our back. All right, so we got that. Now we're going to take our guacamole. Same thing. Just going to kind of put it over here. As much or as little as you want. I mean, this is all amazing flavor, so do it up. Okay. Looks pretty well even, right? A little bit in the corner over here. All right. So here we go. This is the finished product. Cut. All right, guys. It's what we've all been waiting for. It's time for the beard to meet the flavor. I don't even know where to start. So I'm gonna get a good bite with some steak. Let's go over here. Some steak, some chips, some guac, some salsa. Man, come on. All right, look, so the steak is amazing. Nice, little bit of spice, super savory. You can really taste the cilantro and the marinade on there. Cooked perfectly, super tender. That fresh salsa, again, adds freshness, a little bit of spice. That guacamole adds a little bit of creaminess. You could throw some jalapenos on here. You can throw some sour cream on here. You can do whatever you want. But this, you will not be sorry about. Put this together for your next football watching party and enjoy. If you've stuck around this long, please take the time. Really helps the channel. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for when the new videos come out. I appreciate you guys sticking around. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks, YouTube.